Hey friends, I'm here to make my daily dose of hope. And I have to be honest with you, I was really struggling today with what message to send all of you because it feels very dark right now on so many levels. And that is the point. And we have a choice whether we are going to sink into the darkness and the despair and the fear, or are we going to rise above, to form community, to link arms, to be the light in the darkness? Are we going to raise to the vibration of hope and optimism and community and faith, or are we going to fall into darkness and despair and fear? And I have felt like a rubber band being pulled in both directions all day today. I am very aware of what is happening. I am very aware of what they are doing. I am very aware of the echoes of history. I am very aware of how we are very close, if not at the point of no return, of repeating history, a dark history that we were never supposed to forget. But I also know that my job here is to spread light and joy and hope and optimism. And so I am not going to use this platform and use my voice to spread their fear and spread their message of hate. I'm not going to do it. Instead, I'm bringing you something very different today. And as I'm always going back to the art of storytelling, I'm going to do it through using a movie that I assume most of you know about or have seen. Let's get into it. So if you haven't seen this movie, it's Monsters, Inc. You definitely should go watch it, especially if you have kids. Great movie. But what I want to talk about is how in this movie, these two monsters work at a factory where they harvest fear. They go into children's dreams and they scare them, and they use their screams, their fear, as energy in order to sustain their world. That's what they do. Fear is a very powerful force. It's a very powerful emotion. It is a very low vibration. It is what every single leader who has operated on a platform of fear uses in order to do the work that they intend on doing. They stoke the lowest level vibration out of people with prejudice, with hate, with fear. And they use that energy to build their movement. The only way to combat this in this movie is with laughter. And do you know what's an even more powerful source of energy? Laughter, joy. That's what they realize in this movie, that joy is a way better source of energy than fear. In order to drive out the dark, you need to focus on being the light. You need to focus on being the joy. I went back to our Lotus's concession speech today because I needed to hear her say this part, and I needed to feel it in my bones. I need to feel it in my soul. So I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to really let these words sink in, because we are the hope. We are the light in the darkness. We are the stars. And our collective energy, our ability to go to the place of hope and light and love and joy is going to drive out the darkness. That is how we combat it. Be aware of what's happening. I'm not telling you to put your head in the sand. I'm not telling you to be ignorant and ignore it. I'm telling you not to feed into the fear. We are powerful when we join forces and when we join in the mission of bringing joy and light and love and hope. That is our power. That is our collective power. And we will drive out the darkness.
And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history. true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
We are the stars. We will overcome. We will get through this together. We will not succumb to them and their fear. We will not succumb to them and their operation of darkness. We will not. We will rise above together. And so I'm going to continue to come on here and I'm going to continue to spread a message of hope and joy and love and service and justice. Because that is how I am going to drive out the darkness. That is how I'm going to drive out the fear campaign. And I hope you will join me. I am sending you love. I am sending you solidarity. Until the next one.